Hi everyone, I'm Yo and this is VAGINIA. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, knowing, caring, and loving your lady parts. So today we have our quick tips series of videos, and this one's about breathing mechanics. And we're gonna describe the optimal breathing mechanics to facilitate your pelvic floor muscles or lady part muscles so you can work them as optimally as possible. So let's get started. For those who are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get started and talking about breathing mechanics. So remember, breathing, of course, is essential to life and it brings us oxygen to the muscles so they work as optimally as possible throughout our body. But with respect to the lady part muscles or the pelvic floor muscles, there's a certain way of breathing that optimizes the contraction or facilitation recruitment pattern of these muscles. So remember, when you're breathing, you're trying to facilitate the diaphragmatic breathing pattern. But I like to see the diaphragm when you're breathing like umbrella breathing. And the reason why is you don't want to create too much pressure out towards the front. So if I take this balloon, you want to minimize pressure pushing down on the pelvic floor. So if you do belly breathing where you're just pushing out to the front and not thinking about the sides, then you're going to get too much pressure pushing down on that pelvic floor. So if I use Myrtle the girdle here, if you're doing too much breathing like a balloon, do you see how that you can put pressure down the pelvic floor? And you want to minimize that, especially if you have a pelvic organ prolapse or a POP. So what I try to encourage my patients to do is breathe more like umbrella breathing. So if I grab my little umbrella here, so what you're trying to do is think of when you breathe with the diaphragm. So remember, when you inhale, the diaphragm expands, okay? And the lungs come out. And what you want to do is you think of an umbrella opening up as you inhale, and as you exhale, that umbrella comes back up. So inhale, and then what happens is the pelvic floor relaxes, it pushes down the pelvic floor, and as you exhale, the pelvic floor contracts. So that's really important. And think of breathing out through the rib cage. So remember, you want to facilitate that optimal posture too, so the rib cage can expand and the diaphragm can fill out. Here's a rib here, and then you release down. So inhale and exhale. So for the umbrella breathing then, when you breathe in and you're in that optimal posture, remember your ribs over your hips, and then you inhale. So what happens is the pelvic floor muscles expand like this naturally, and when you exhale, they contract, okay? So inhale, get that umbrella breathing, breathe out to the side and not just to the front, because you don't want to push too much pressure down the pelvic floor like that balloon that I showed. And then you breathe in, and then you breathe out. And if you visualize that umbrella breathing all around as opposed to just breathing out to the front. And that is the optimal breathing pattern with respect to the pelvic floor or lady part region. So thank you so much for tuning in to this version of the quick tips series for those on the go with respect to the optimal breathing pattern of the lady part or pelvic floor region. And please don't forget to leave a comment. And if you want a little bit more detail, please tune into my breathing video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share with your friends, and we look so forward to seeing you again soon.